Hello.
Hi there.
Welcome back to our Texas Chainsaw Massacre reviews.
Yes.
We are on to the 8th movie? Yes.
Yes.
8th movie in the franchise, which brings us to the prequel. Leatherface.
Yes. So again, for clarification, because this franchise is kind of trippy, sort of like the Halloween franchise, this is the prequel to the 1974 original and the same timeline as the one we just covered, Texas Chainsaw 3D, which was a sequel to that movie.
Yeah.
So this timeline is ignoring all the other movies except for Texas Chainsaw 74 and then Texas Chainsaw 3D. And takes us back to when Leatherface was a kid with his family and shows us basically how everything kind of wound up the way it did.
Yes, and he's put into, I don't know, a psych ward or something? Or
yes,
asylum?
He's put in a psych asylum.
Yeah, psych asylum.
Because he's taught by, I think, his older brother how to kill and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he ends up going crazy, and his mother is sort of, their mother, I think, is just crazy and in denial of what's going on, and she's also part of it.
Which is played by Lily Taylor from The Conjuring.
Yes, and she's also crazy in this movie.
Yeah.
She's twisted in this movie, too.
Yeah.
And this movie, that's right, that is her. And this movie is, it starts out kind of interesting, and it does cover, like, you know, his timeline for, you know, how he kind of became to be. Like, he has this crazy birthday, I think, like, when he's supposed to be, like, what, 6? His birthday starts out 7, 8, and he's supposed to be like a little kid having one of his birthday parties.
He's supposed to chainsaw someone.
And I guess he said that someone lied about stealing something, so they're like, oh, go ahead and kill this guy. And so they, like, have him take a chainsaw, and they're like, go ahead and kill him, and he can't. So his brother beats him with a meat grinder or something, with a meat tenderizer or something like that over the head and kills him, or some sort of thing, and kills him.
Yeah.
And then, because he does stop. I think he gets him with the chainsaw. He does, like, get him with the chainsaw, but he doesn't kill him.
Yeah, he doesn't kill him. Yeah.
No, but then he gets killed by his brother, and then later, like, his brother starts teaching him how to lure people out to the house so they can kill people. Like, there's this couple that's driving by, and a woman in her car, and, like, this is before he's at the psych asylum. Oh, for psych asylum. He's wearing a pig mask in the middle of the road. It might even be a pig's head, to be honest. Well, it's not a mask. It would be a pig's head. He's wearing a pig's head in the middle of the road. And it's just so wrong. And she just decides it's a good idea to get out of the car because this doesn't look weird at all. Like, which I don't understand the logic in these people.
And apparently it's the sheriff's daughter.
The logic of the people in this universe annoy me. A lot of people in Texas Chainsaw movies are just stupid. Like, they just follow people out to, like, the middle of nowhere to get killed.
It was like the 60s.
So what? You see a kid wearing a pig's head, you're gonna help them?
Of course, that's what people in the 60s did.
Oh my gosh. It just seems, I don't know, were you in the 60s?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know if you know either. Yeah, but, like, he's wearing a pig's head, and, like, I think they either bump into him with their car or almost bump into him because he's walking in the middle of the road and they don't see him. And then she's like, can I help you? He doesn't respond like a normal person. He just sort of sits there. And then he just sits up, and then someone has a code word for, like, something like a just like a code word for a trap. And she's so oblivious to this. And, like, so he starts running out into the fields here, like you see here, out to the barn house, and then, like, gets lured into this barn, and they knock her into this pit where they drop this big old, like, thing on her and kill her. I don't even know what it is. It's some sort of big crate.
It's like an engine.
It's like, engine. Like, it has little, like, the blades of, like, a fan or something on it. It's like some sort of engine. And it just crushes her.
And she's the sheriff's daughter. So this makes the sheriff, like, seek out vengeance on the Sawyer family.
So he talks about how Verna, which isn't her name Verna?
I think so.
He talks about how she doesn't take care of her kids and is, like, a horrible mom and whatever, and
so they
her
all
kids
go
are crazy,
to the
and
asylum.
So the kid. Well, she doesn't go to asylum, I don't think.
No, they all go. She doesn't.
I think the
he
guy
takes
does.
the kids away from her.
He does have a line at some point, like, if you take my kid, I could take every one of yours, all of your kids, and then she's like, let my son out of the car. This is ridiculous because little Leatherface, I forget his name in this movie. Something. I remember. What's his first name in this timeline?
I can't remember.
His name changes so many times.
Danny or something. I don't know.
I don't know. His name changes in the different universes, so it's hard to.
But they rename him in the foster or the asylum, so you don't know. This is a psych out. He escapes. They all escape with friends, like friends in the asylum. There's like two psychos and then this other big burly guy, and you think that he's Leatherface because they changed their names, and you don't know who Leatherface is. Well, then, like, the whole movie is based on them on the run from the authorities trying to figure out where to go, and, like, he ends up back home with his mom.
Is anyone following this so far?
Yeah. But the big burly guy...
This is such a hard movie to explain. It's such a hard movie to understand.
Yeah, they all die.
There's so much going on in this movie.
So much going on.
Like, okay, this movie had potential, but my biggest pet peeve is it's just so complicated. Yes. And again, like some of the other movies that I don't like in this franchise, stupid people.
But well, yeah, and like the main chick.
Stupid decisions.
Chick is kind of
just
stupid
dumb.
Because she just thinks that he's good and that he has good intentions, and she's not capable of hurting anyone, and she ends up getting her head chopped off at the end of the movie with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
And Stephen Dorff plays the sheriff, which Leatherface ends up chainsawing him on a couch. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in front of his family.
Yeah.
But not much, yeah.
That's not a lot else to this. This is just a movie where they try to delve into a backstory in the most... I feel like they could have simplified this movie down and or just broken into two other movies.
Yeah, I mean, it was a short movie anyway.
It was. They tried to, like, cram all this into, like an hour and a half movie.
Right.
Maybe, like, an hour and 35 minutes. I think it was under an hour and 40 minutes still. I mean, I could double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Like an hour and 25.
Yeah, it was like an hour and 30 minutes or less, I think.
Something like that.
And they cram, I think, way too much into this movie.
But they show you why he wears a face in this one. Like, he gets shot in the face, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
By the sheriff. And his mother lets him... It's gross. He chops off the head of the main chick at the end of the movie. He sews her face together. And then he puts it on and he wears it over his face.
Yep.
Bringing the birth of Leatherface.
Yeah.
It's too bad he was a cute kid.
He was. In the ranch timeline, I think they explained as he had a skin disease.
Something like that. Yeah, the other movies, I think he had a skin disease.
Well, in the remakes, he had skin disease. In this timeline, he got shot in the face. So.
Yeah, this timeline, he got shot in the face.
This franchise has so many, like, differences. Like, if you look at the remakes of a lot of other horror franchises, they kind of keep it consistent.
Yeah, this is kind of like...
But, like, then again, also in the original Texas Chainsaw, they didn't go to his childhood. They just explain in this one. So, yeah, they changed it up a lot. This
can it be more messed up than Halloween or Friday the 13th timelines?
Yeah.
Or even Freddy.
Well, the thing that, like...
Chucky is the only consistent timeline that we have had. It's Chucky and Scream.
Well, I don't know. Well... Friday 13th is pretty consistent, though, too.
Well, Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X are kind of out there. And
well, he made Jason X, but Jason Goes to Hell is a sequel to the other ones.
This is true.
It's not a good sequel, but it is a sequel.
If you want to check this out, it's available somewhere to stream.
And Freddy Krueger's franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street, is pretty consistent.
For the most part.
Other than, well, New Nightmare, but that's also within canon. They act like it's part of it. So,
alright.
Yeah, Halloween, I think, is one of the other most complicated franchises.
Okay.
Halloween is more complicated than this franchise, but that's for something else entirely in another video. Anyhow, we have reached the end of this video, so stick around for our last review of this franchise, and like and follow for more. Thank you very much.
Yes, like and follow for more. Please.
Yes, please join us
Yes, join us in our adventures.
in our crazy talks.
Crazy talks. Even though we don't talk much.
That go into such random detail.
Yes.